Hello. Hi, everybody. Kimberly Maska here, founder of Spiritual Biz Bootcamp. How are you guys doing? So I want to talk about your 2018 goals. We had a post in here that a lot of people jumped on, which was really cool, looking at your 2018 goals. So my question to you was, what is your income goal and how many lives did you want to change in 2018? And we got all sorts of amazing responses. So I want to talk a little bit about those responses and just kind of get some clarification for you guys, because I feel like well, your responses were exciting and you were like, I'm going to help thousands of people. I'm going to change thousands of lives. You guys didn't actually have a strategy about what that looked like. So let's talk about what this is going to be. So I think someone in the post had said, we're talking about the 2018 goals, what you guys have and what you've posted in the group here. So someone had said they wanted to change 1 million lives and make $1 million. And I kind of chuckled. And so it was funny because 1 million lives and $1 million means you're only charging $1 a person. And I think you guys have something way more valuable than $1 a person that you're going to be earning. So let's kind of like talk about what that strategy is to be able to get you to hit those numbers. So first off, if you want to make $1 million, very doable. But if you aren't even anywhere close right now, then it's probably going to be a little tough. So like we want to make sure that we are in alignment with what our goals are. So sometimes what we do is we create these massive goals. We're like 2018, I'm going to make $500,000. And yet right now you're making $20,000 or $40,000. So to go from $40,000 a year to $1 million a year, there's a lot that needs to happen there to get you to that goal. So first I'm going to say, let's make sure, yes, we need to dream big because there are no limitations, right? So we don't want to limit ourselves. Thank you for the hearts. I don't know who that is, but thank you. But you don't want to have limitations on what you're creating. So we want to be able to allow infinite intelligence to bring in what we desire and what we need. So let's go without limitations. But however, we do need to make sure that we're in alignment with what we're creating. So if the first thing you have to do, the first strategy with trying to hit your goals for 2018 is like getting into alignment with what you're doing. So let's look at that goal. So let's just say you currently make $40,000 in your regular job and you want to figure out how you're going to hit 120. That's a pretty good jump. I think that's a good jump to me. That feels very in alignment. That feels reasonable. I know I can take my clients there from Spiritual Biz Bootcamp fairly easily. So that feels pretty good. But if you're making 30, 40,000, 50,000 a month and you want to decide, or a year, and then you decide you're going to make $1 million the next year, that's a really huge jump. And usually you don't know how you're going to get there. So the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure we're in alignment with where we're going. So when setting your goals, make sure it feels good and that you don't go, oh, I want to make $1 million, but you're like, oh, that'll never happen. Like that's not where you want to be coming from. So you want to make sure that you're right there. So, hey, Addie. Oh, good. I'm glad you're here. Oh, thank you. I'm glad I've helped you. That's beautiful. I love that. That's what makes me so excited. That's why I do what I do. So the first thing you want to do, guys, is you want to make sure you're in alignment with what you're doing. So find that number, dream big, but don't go so big that it's uncomfortable. So dream big enough so it's just a little outside of your comfort zone. So right now, if you make $2,000 a month with your spiritual business, jumping to 10 to 12 feels pretty good. Jumping to 20 to 30, probably there's a bit of a wobble. So we want to get rid of the wobble. So make sure you're in alignment. It feels good. It's a little outside of your comfort zone, but you know you can hit it. So that's the first thing you want to do. Second thing you want to do is figure out how are you going to get there? What's your strategy actually to get there? So if we're looking at, say you want to make $120,000 a year, and that is $10,000 a month. So how do you do that? So $120,000 a year, if you have a program, which is how I teach in bootcamp, Spiritual Biz Bootcamp, I teach you how to create these $2,000 to $3,000 programs. If you have a $3,000 program, that's 40 people, that's 40 lives you're going to totally change in a year. So you can look at, I want to change 40 lives. I'm going to price my program at $3,000 and I'm going to make $120,000 for the year. If you want to price your program at a little bit lower, like $2,000, which is where I recommend you don't go any lower than that. And I say that because you guys do amazing stuff. You have such incredible gifts. You don't want to, like, you guys right now are charging like $70 an hour. So one of my graduates, Stacy, was charging $70 an hour for her readings as an intuitive reader. And she got in the group, she switched everything around. She launched her program initially at $1,000 and now she's at $2,000 or $1,500-ish, right around there. And that's where you want to be, because what you guys do is hugely transformational. You don't want to be charging $50 an hour or $30. You know, it drives me crazy when I hear you guys charging by the minute. It makes my skin crawl. So because what you guys do is really amazing. So when you're looking at your goals, you want to be able to see how are you going to hit those goals. So again, we're talking about how do you hit those 2008 goals. Those, I think everybody in here knows me, but I'm Kimberly Maska, your founder of Spiritual Biz Bootcamp and your fearless leader. So we're talking about how do you get there. So you want to make 120,000 for the year. You're going to look at how many people that is. That's 40. If you want to charge a little bit less and say it's a $2,000 course, then you're going to be helping 60 people. So it's a little bit like, see how it's easier to get 40 clients in a year than probably 60. So the higher your prices, the more you can make. So you want to make sure that you really have a plan. So the first thing that for those of you who are just joining, the first thing when I'm talking about the strategy for how to hit your goals for 2018, the first thing is making sure that you are in vibrational alignment with the goal that you've set. Make it just outside of your comfort zone, that yet, you know, feels that you can actually attain it. If you go way too far out, you're going to like start to doubt yourself and it's not going to work. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you're in vibrational alignment with what you're creating. And then, and so how many of you go ahead and like pop in the little messages, like, are you in vibrational alignment with where you want to be? And what's your goal? So you guys, you got me here live. Go ahead and post, like, what's your goal for 2018? And are you in alignment with that? And we'll talk about that. So once you know that you're in alignment with your goal, how are you going to get there? So I was talking about if you've got a goal of 120,000 a year and your program is $3,000, that's 40 people that you're going to impact for the year. And now you're like, okay, that's 40 people for the year. So let's dial it back even more. $120,000 a year is $10,000 a month. If you have a $3,000 program, that's like 3 clients a month, 3 1/3, right? It's like amazing. That's only 3 clients a month at a $3,000 price point. It becomes much easier to do that than it does to have, right now, a lot of you are charging $70, $80, maybe $100 a session. How many sessions do you have to do? So I'm actually going to figure this out. I have a calculator in front of me because math is not my strongest point. So let's just say you, if you charge $100 an hour and you want to make, well, that's kind of easy actually. So it would be, if you charge $100 an hour and then you want to make $10,000 a month, that's 100 sessions. That's a lot of time. That's 100 hours you have to work to be able to create that. And you have all this energy that you're moving around each time. That's exhausting. That's not what you want to do. I promise that's not. So we don't want to have to do that. So now you're going to have to really think about how are you going to find those clients. So first you know that you're in vibrational alignment. Now we know how many clients you have to serve to get to where you want to go. And then now what's your strategy for doing that? What is that program? What does your program look like? What is, you know, how do you find that tribe? The biggest thing when people join Spiritual Biz Bootcamp is they're like, I don't know who my tribe is. And so one of the things that I do, I love this part, when someone joins Spiritual Biz Bootcamp, they actually get like an hour and a half with me, and it's a very intuitive read. So when people really aren't sure exactly of what they want to do, because we have a lot of people that come into bootcamp that are new, and they want to figure out like what's going on and how do they help and how they really get out there. So we do an hour and a half it's very much of a reading for me because it's very intuitive and I'm able to guide them, and I get confirmation and they get confirmation that they're headed in the right direction. So that's really amazing to do. So you have to start to think, if you're not in boot camp yet, start thinking, how are you going to serve? What does that look like? What can you create that's at the $3,000 price point or $2,000 price point? Like, it has to be something amazing and something that people are going to really like get amazing results with, because you want everyone to get incredible results. That's why we do what we do, because we're here to shift the vibration of the planet. So if you are here to shift by the vibration, you've got to be able to touch all those lives and really have an impact. It's not a little impact. For those of you guys who are doing one-off sessions, tiny impact, it's not a big impact. You want to be able to do multiple sessions so that there's a big shift in them, a big change. So that's where you want to be thinking, how are you going to do that? What's your strategy? How do you find those clients, and what are you doing to really, really serve them? So you need those 3 things in place. For everybody that's just joining us, again, I'm Kimberly Maska, founder of Spiritual Biz Bootcamp. We're talking about how do you hit your 2018 goals. 2018 goals are hit. The first thing you need to know is, make sure that you're taking into account is like, what's your goal? And and are you in vibrational alignment with your goal for 2018? The second thing is you have to make sure that how you're going to get there. So if you want to make 120,000 for the year, how many clients does that mean? What's the price of your program? How do you get there? And then what's your strategy? So number 3, what's your strategy to get there? How are you going to find that tribe? How much, like, what, for the $2,000 or $3,000 you're charging, what are you creating? That's everything we cover in boot camp. That's why my clients are so successful. That's why they're able to make $25,000 before they leave boot camp, because we take them down this path. So I'm going to take a look at some of the questions because you guys posted in here. So cool. So you want to upscale. So Tracy, yes. I mean, I think boot camp, I think you've had a boot camp call with us. I feel like you have, but that boot camp is the way to do it. And then Anthony, so Anthony's getting ready to join boot camp. He's getting resourceful. I'll say, Anthony, don't let too much time go by, because we let time go by and other things get in the way. But offering packages together is so much more realistic to achieving my goals. It gives clients an option to reach for more too. Yes, packages are great. You definitely don't want to be doing one-off sessions. It just does not serve. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve the clients. It doesn't help anybody. So that's definitely not where you want to be. And then you, John, you want to change 100 lives, and you want to make 220,000. Not too bad, so that's good. So I want to make sure I got the numbers right, because guys, I'm telling you, math is not my thing, even though I worked on Wall Street and all that stuff. So that's 2,000 people. That was not right. $2,200, I was backwards. $2,200 for your package. So that would be good. So if you want 100 people, but now 100 people, if you break that down into a month, that's, you know, what are we looking at? We're looking at, that's 12 people a month. So that's doable, very doable. Do you have your tribe? So, and then doing 25 sessions in 1 hour in a group. Well, that's not, that becomes different, John. At 25 sessions, that's now a group class. That's different. That's not actually a session. So you want to make sure you're thinking that through and what and how you're really serving. So for those of you just joining again, I'm Kimberly Maska, founder of Spiritual Biz Bootcamp, and we're talking about how to hit our 2018 goals. And the first thing is making sure that you are in complete vibrational alignment with your goal. Sometimes we get way too crazy and we're like, I want to make a, $2 million. And that's an amazing goal to have. But if somewhere in the back of your mind, you're thinking, I have no idea how that's going to happen, and I don't know how to make that happen, you're going to wobble, and it's going to show up in the scarcity, right? That becomes scarcity, and then you're not going to change from where you are. So your goal has to feel just a little uncomfortable, but it has to be reachable for you, where you're like, ooh, that's a little uncomfortable, but I know I can do that. And when you can do that, then you can tell your subconscious mind that it's happening. I like to say that infinite intelligence is organizing either however many clients I'm looking for, or however much money it is, or whatever it is I'm looking for. It's not just money and clients, but whatever it is, I always just know that infinite intelligence is organizing that for me. So I create a little mantra about it. And that you have to be in vibrational alignment with it. So you got to then tell your subconscious that you're in vibrational alignment, and that you're giving faith to infinite intelligence to bring your desire forward to you. So when you can have that faith and complete faith, and there's no wobble in the back of your mind about your goals and where you're trying to go, then it comes together. So you have to make sure that your goals really match you. And there's not anyone else's goals, it's you, and that you are in complete vibrational alignment with that goal. And then the second thing you need to do is you need to figure out, like, how many people are you going to serve for that goal? Once you have that goal, how many people is it? So I'm talking about in boot camp, I show my clients how to create programs that are $2,000 to $3,000 at a minimum. So when you're in boot camp, oh, there's a set mad. Who's the mad face? You're going to put little mad faces. Come on over. Let me know what you're talking about. I want to know why there's little angry faces. So angry face person, come on over. Thank you, John. So, but I'm looking fantastic. So, see, all sorts of things fly by, which is fantastic. So again, so then having to know how many clients are you serving. If you want $120,000 a year and you're creating a $3,000 program, then you're serving 40 people. So knowing how many lives are you actually going to change. And so look at it as a gradual step. And then the third thing is making sure you have a strategy, because you have to have a strategy. How are you going to do that? It's beautiful to dream. And here's the thing that happens with spiritual entrepreneurs. Love us because we're so creative and we're tapped in and we love to meditate on things, and it's fantastic. But sometimes we end up thinking about things or meditating on things too long. And at some point we have to stop and we have to go, okay, it's time to take action. It's time to actually do something about this. What is the strategy? So someone just enrolled into boot camp, and she was nervous about, like, I don't want to be cookie cutter. I don't want to, like, there's a formula and I don't want to be stuck in the formula. And it was very funny because I explained to her and I says, well, here's the difference between, it's like, yes, it's not cookie cutter, but there is a formula, and the formula works. And without a formula, you're just a spiritual person that loves all sorts of people and is trying to figure out how to make money. And with the formula, you figure out how to really touch thousands of lives and how to create financial abundance for yourself. So you need the formula. You have to have that strategy in order to make it all work. So that is what I've got for you guys today. So if you are ready to really implement all of that, get that strategy in place, and really seriously, guys, change your lives, reach out to us, watch the free training. You'll see the link here. And if you feel that you're a fit, if you are a vibrational match and you're ready to truly change your life and want to find out more, I'm not even going to say, I'm going to rephrase it. I'm not going to say if you want to find out more about boot camp. If you're ready to join boot camp, if you're ready to change your life, this is not a curiosity call. Actually, if you're curious, stay in the group and stay curious and stay looking at what I do and how I teach. But if you're truly ready to change your life and you are a vibrational match for us, you're like, it's time because there's no other option. And frankly, if you're not living your purpose, really making your financial abundance out of your purpose, I don't know what you're doing, because then you're living out of alignment. So it's time for you guys to make the change. So if you're ready to do that and you're ready to join boot camp, there's going to be a link here. Make sure you watch the training first, and then you can book a call and we can get you enrolled. And you can have an amazing, amazing 2018. So, and Sadiqa, she's ready. She's got her deposit in. She's trying to make it happen. Tessie is in boot camp. Tessie is on her way to do amazing things in the next couple of months. I think she got her first client already, or she's working through a few things, but we're getting there. But boot camp is pretty cool. So those of you who are ready to change your life and truly ready, again, if you're curious, stay in here and be curious. But if you are ready to change your life in a major way, reach out and we can help you do that and make 2018 a most fantastic year for you. So you guys have a beautiful holiday. I probably won't see you till after Christmas, and I'll see you before New Year's though. So have a beautiful holiday, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys.